What have I been up to? It has been a while since I've come on YouTube or anywhere and shared a bit about my personal life, my business life, about what's going on. And I thought I would take you around today and give you a little peek inside what a typical day looks like for me now at this point in my life. Just a reminder, I am Phil Ebener. I run a couple businesses and brands. I've got Video School, which is the overarching business that does online courses, YouTube tutorials like you're seeing on this channel. And you're probably watching this because you are in one of those courses or in some of those courses. Underneath that, I have Photography and Friends, which is our photography-based community. It's approaching 90,000 members in our Facebook group, which is super exciting. And my partners, Will and Sam, for that community, and we are working on something super special that's going to help photographers who want to take their skills to the next level and become pro with a more private premium community. So that's just a little teaser. I'm actually hopping on a meeting with Sam and Will right now. It's Monday. And Monday morning, what else happens? Oh, I wake up with my kids. So they went to bed late last night and we were thinking, oh, they're going to bed late. Maybe they'll wake up a little later, but no. Staying up late does not equal waking up early, at least for my kids. 6:30 a.m., get the wake up call, which is not too bad for parents. Now, Isabel, my wife, takes over so I can come out to my studio, my garage, for a few hours to work uninterrupted, which is awesome. With that Facebook group, we get hundreds of people requesting to join, and we keep that group for our students. And so there's a verification process that needs to take place, which kind of takes a bit of effort and energy. I use a tool called Group Collector. It's a tool that allows you to basically automatically approve members into your Facebook group based off of certain criteria. And so that helps speed it up a lot. Another thing that I'm doing right now is I'm working on this new GIMP photo editing course. So GIMP is a free alternative to Photoshop. And I'm working with a co-instructor, Chris Parker. We just released another course on Lightroom Mobile a couple months ago. And so we're just putting the final touches on the course. It's things like uploading the promo video to the different platforms we're hosting it on, copying the content from one platform to another, making sure it's all organized and things like that. And again, sometimes I have a virtual assistant who I hired from Upwork.com help me out with this. Other times it's just little things like uploading that before I hop on my meeting, I'm just gonna start an upload here. So lots of little things that I do in between the more productive stuff of creating actual content.
I have to go let this puppy out.
All right, bye guys.
See ya. Thanks.
See ya. Good work. Woo! All right, so that was an exciting meeting. One of the things we talked about in the meeting was we want to do more interviews with professional photographers, but we also thought we should reach out to our students who have gone professional since starting our classes. And this was sort of inspired by, there was a post in our Facebook group. A student was like, so how many of you have really gone from 0 to pro with this course? And there were a lot of students who were like, which surprised me, that were like, oh yeah, I didn't have any photo knowledge. I took some of their courses and now I'm a pro photographer. I do weddings, or I have my first family portrait session. Or there was a good number of them, which is so exciting to see that we are actually helping people. So not to toot our own horn or anything like that, but it's always good to know that people are finding value in the content we are creating. So Isabel texted me. I'm sure she is going crazy with the kids. So okay, they are all good. Needed a baseball glove. It's raining here in SoCal, which is not often, but good. So they're going to play baseball inside. What do I do with an hour plus left of my time? I am working on a new merch item for our Photography and Friends community. I'm designing a hat. I did a test, little print, with our Photography and Friends logo. The way that they did the colors, I'm not really a fan of. I might do another round of this one. I'm also not a huge fan of this vintage blue. I don't know. Maybe it's kind of cool. I put it on my kid and it made him look like a film director, Ron Howard status. But yeah, I'm gonna play around with this logo. We also have a different logo for our Photography and Friends Plus community that we're starting. So I'm just gonna create a couple mock-ups and send them to Will and Sam to see what they like, because all of our founding members and annual subscribers are going to get a hat, I think. So it's gonna be dope. And that's from printful.com. So this is a pretty exciting week. I'm working on the website for this Photography and Friends Plus community. We're building out the community space, which we're using Circle for, circle.so. But on a typical week, I'm usually doing like a new course or something that I'm working on. But when I'm not launching a brand new product or website or something like that, I'm generally just working on new course material or updating existing course material. I get a lot of requests from partners who have our courses on their platforms for things like updates. So it's a lot to just kind of manage day to day. I'm going into our Photography and Friends community on Facebook, answering questions there. I'm posting comments and responses on Instagram and YouTube and scheduling content out on YouTube. So it's a lot of just that sort of just uploading and scheduling content out. Now, I spend about 3 hours straight working on, I'll call it video school stuff. That's my business. But then I go watch the kids, do lunch. I'm in charge of, helping out with nap time and playing with the kids after nap and that kind of thing. Today we have t-ball practice and I'm assistant coach there. So this flexible schedule allows me to do that kind of thing, which is awesome. But it also means that working from home, I have to squeeze in all of the other work in between things. And that can get frustrating. And if you are a parent, if you work from home, you know that that's not necessarily the best situation. I don't want to complain because I feel like I'm the luckiest person alive to be able to run my own business from my beautiful garage studio, be at home with my family, but there are definitely some things that are a little bit harder. That's also one of the beautiful things about online digital products, and specifically making money from online courses, is that I can put out these courses once, and as long as I'm updating them, I'm helping the students, it's not like I'm trading my hours for dollars. I get to kind of manage my own schedule. I'm my own boss, and I'm still getting paid for all of the work that I did, sometimes up to 10 years ago when I just started and I put out my first online courses. I'm still getting paid for that work, which is awesome. So I think I'm getting some Slack messages from Will and Sam. Let's see what. But on top of work stuff, I'm also doing a lot of creative, I guess you would call it, work with my skills. So for example, like a couple days ago, my cousin was wanting me to do their engagement photos. He just got engaged. That fell through, but there's things like that where I'm taking photos for people doing family portraits. Another thing I help out with is my wife, along with some other friends here in our community, started a local newspaper. And I do a lot of the video work and some of the photography. So I'm out doing interviews, making short documentaries. We're working on local campaigns right now. It's election season, so I'm helping to design graphics and take photos and things like that for some local candidates that we support. I get to use my skills for not just stuff that I do online, not just video courses, but also just other projects like that, which is pretty cool. And it's nice to be able to use that as a way to give back and not necessarily just make people pay for that kind of content, especially if you're local, if you're just starting out, if you're a small business and you want a video, we'll feature you in our newspaper. And we don't, obviously we don't charge for that, but it's a way for me to use the skills that I have to give back to my community, and being able to support myself with videoschool.com allows me to do that with my time, which is such a blessing. 20 minutes left. I'm gonna see if I could pump out an edit with this content and I'll be posting it. So I hope you've enjoyed this morning that you've spent with me today, and it gives you a little inside look into what my day-to-day life is like. Let me know in the comments, did you like this video? Do you want to see more of this kind of content, more of the behind the scenes, more of what I do with my life, business-wise, non-business-wise? If you have questions about anything related to this, related to my business, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what you think. Thank you so much. Much love. Have a beautiful day.